with you all? Thank you for tapping in with me again today. And if you're new to the channel, my name is Cleveland. So welcome to the most underrated channel on YouTube. This is the Fish Corner. So I hope y'all had a good weekend. I hope that you spent it with family, did something fun. Make the best of it. Make the best of every day if you can. And we're gonna make the best of this coming up week as well. It's Monday, y'all. So I gotta go to work. That's why I'm dressed like this, in case you don't know. Anyway, I got behind me my 800-gallon pool pond. Now I wanna show you, because some of y'all might be new. I hope I got some new people that tuned in today. If I did, stop right now, smash the subscribe button, hit that notification bell. I'm telling you, you're gonna enjoy this video. So behind me right here is my 800-gallon indoor pool pond. Indoor, this is the fish room / garage. I made this whole garage into a fish room. So in another video, we'll do a full tour, let everybody see the update on what's going on in this fish room. But in this video, let's take a look at this bad boy right here. So I want you all to take notice of the pothos that's growing up top right there. Those are coming out of the waterfall over there. All the plants, all the greenery. So the way that I've been able to accomplish this is from these lights. All of these lights are grow lights. They are white grow lights. And the only way I was able to accomplish having the grow lights sitting up here is by building this canopy top. Now this canopy top right here serves a few different purposes. It not only holds the light, it not only now holding these pothos, but it also allows me to put some plastic around the perimeter of this pond so it can help with keeping in the humidity, the moisture. So this was a game changer for the fish room in the garage. I knew that I wanted to have the canopy to help me grow the plants so I could have the lights up there. But as the time progressed, it's been up and running for over a year. As the time progressed, I realized that, hey, I could keep down the humidity in this fish room if I put some plastic around the perimeter of this pond. So let's take a look at this beautiful 800-gallon pond. So look at how healthy these pothos are. They're growing like crazy. So in this corner right here, the OGs will remember I had my large canna. I told you I took it out, put it outside near the outdoor pond, but I still put back three of the canna plants. So they all have roots and they will start growing again, and we'll repeat the process. This is the elephant ear. I know it looks like a mere shadow of what it used to look like, but I have been harvesting these or propagating these elephant ears. It's another elephant ear over here. This is like 3 or 4. I need to repot that one. Here's another elephant ear right there. So all of these elephant ear plants, all of these plants help me with filtering this pond. So let's take a look at the stocking in here. We have right there 2 buddy cofferii, also known as a zebra tilapias. We have down there a couple Midas cichlids. Right here is my African pike. There's another Midas cichlid. There's Kobe. This is our 2-foot, probably like 26-inch silver arowana. That is one of our red Atabapo pikes. That right there is our large male dovi. We have a clown knife down below right there. There's the larger Atabapo pike. So yeah, two red Atabapo pikes in here. We also have in here, right there, make sure I get in camera. Right there is our giant red-tailed gourami. This girl right there girl right there is our female feste. We also have in here some Dovi Feste Fry hybrid. So we have a few of those in here as well. There's another one right there. And then there's another one right there. And we have in here an Asian red-tailed catfish. And that might be it. No, we have a red-tailed Brycon in here somewhere. Can't find him. So this pond has been running for over a year. We have two waterfalls, one right there and another one right here. So the pothos that's hanging up top are coming from that waterfall right there. So the waterfall helps with surface water agitation. It also helps filters the pond itself. And it sounds pretty good to me. It sounds really good. So where's our red-tailed Brycon? There's a better look at the giant red-tailed gourami. He's about 16 inches. But yeah, so we have some heavy hitters in here, y'all. We have some beautiful fish in here. There's another look at Kobe. Like I said, he's a big boy. So aside from the plants filtering this aquarium, we have one heater hooked up to it. I have two. This one actually went bad on me. So I have the one. So it's currently 80 degrees in this pond. And then here's the filtration right here. This is a 44-gallon trash can sump that I created. I mean, that's how I filter this pond. Now, when I want to do a water change or add water to the pond, which we could do right now. So I like to keep the water level almost to that piece of wood. So this is how I add my water in. So I'm setting it up to where it'll be just as easy to remove water. So let's go ahead and get the water temperature about right. All right. So now open up this valve, close this valve, open up the one that say 800. And we got water going in. And there's our red-tailed Brycon that got just chased off by the zebra tilapia. So he's back there behind the flower pot. So now we got water going in. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and let this thing fill up to where, get the face on this, I get the mug on this guy. Yep, so that's the 800-gallon indoor pool pond. You might notice that I have a bunch of plants on the outside. I just think that it makes it look a lot better. Makes it look a lot more natural. If I didn't have that, I just would have had just the shelves right there, just blue shelves. So the plants add a nice element to it. I use the water from the pond to water the plants. That's why they're all thriving, you know, naturally fertilized. What else? I built this facade to go around this pool to protect it. I didn't want anything hitting the side of it, damaging it. Also, like I said, I wanted to have a canopy up there, so needed a facade to hold that canopy. I made the shelf so no fish could jump out, go to the fall behind the pond, anything like that. Also, again, protects it further. I insulated around all of the outside of the pond. So I have styrofoam in between the facade and the pond, going around the whole pond to help keep in the heat and keep out the cold. And most of these fish, practically all of these fish, are extremely aggressive. The doveye is probably about 13 inches. The buddy coffereye is about 12 inches. Like I said, the giant gourami is 16. This one is a little bit bigger, more like 12 and a half, 13 inches. So these fish are extremely aggressive, but yet they've been able to coexist together their whole lives. And they've done so much better inside of this pond. When I gave them these 800 gallons, it really stopped a lot of the fighting. Like, they have the little spats that you just seen where they chase each other off. Sometimes they fight each other a little bit, but I haven't had to take out any of these fish. They've been able to coexist together. Now, when they don't like a tank mate or a pond mate, usually I have to get that fish out almost immediately. And look how big that red Atabapo pike is. He is quite large. So, and then our clown knife is also about 16 inches. So overall, everything has been working absolutely amazing with this pond. Haven't had many issues, like I said. They tell me who I can and can't put in here. Like I said, if they look at that giant gourami. Like I said, if they don't like a fish, then they'll get rid of them. They'll beat them up to the point to where I got to get them out of here. Like, I can't put any of my Oscars in here. I can't put my flower horn in here. There's a lot of fish that I cannot put in here. But they've allowed one another, so I'm happy with that. This thing is going to get changed into a big plywood aquarium. I'm thinking I'll build something. I'm thinking that I'll build something that's probably 2,000 to 2,500 gallons. If I could go bigger, I will, obviously. Go big or go home. But this is what we're dealing with right now. Like I said, 800 gallons. This is just a simple pool pond or a simple kiddie pool that I've turned into a pond. And let's talk about the substrate real quick. So if you are interested in doing something like this, you can't afford to set up a plywood aquarium just yet or anything like that, don't worry about it. You can still make it look very natural, as I have. Make sure under your substrate, under the rock work, you put you a nice thick mat. So I have a nice, it's showing right there. So that black part right there that's showing, that is the mat. So I put a nice thick mat around the whole bottom of this. So everywhere I have rock, I have the mat in place. I wasn't so much worried about having the mat under the sand, only the rock. So make sure you put a nice thick mat into place, put your rock work on top of that, and then you can pour your sand in, your pebbles, your any of your stones that's smooth and won't be abrasive to the liner or your pond. Make sure that's where you can put all of those things. Outside of the mat, on top of the mat, all around everywhere else. But make sure these heavy stones are on the mat. What else? What else could I tell you? Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Also, what I did was let's go ahead and zoom in. I have circulation pumps connected to the flower pots. One right there, and one right there. So the way I have it, the water comes out right down there from the filter. It goes this way, it hits that pump, because I have it pointing that way. This pump is pointing towards that one, and then this pump is pointing back towards the filter intake. So it's going into a nice circular vortex, and that allows everything to get pushed around the right direction back into the filter and get pumped out. See what I mean? Just a little bit of a little chase. Nothing to be concerned about. And as far as topping off the pond, I probably do that once or twice a week. And it's a pretty fair little top off. So I don't really have to do many water changes on this. I don't have to pull out water often, but I do top it off when necessary. Whenever I see that water line low, I'll top it off. I haven't cleaned out that filter yet, and it's been set up a year. These plants really do an amazing job of keeping the phosphates, the nitrates, like it keeps everything down, because you know that's food to the plants. So the more plants you have, the better off you'll be when it comes time to, the better off you'll be with the overall quality of your water in your pond or your aquarium. And these are some big boys. But yeah, so that's about it. We haven't done any underwater footage in quite a long time. Maybe that's something that we'll do soon. But I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this on up. I've held you long enough. All right, y'all, so I hope that you enjoyed this video. It was a little long. Just wanted to make sure I went in depth and was able to show you all the little ins and outs of the pond, how I did it, what I've used, how I filter it, stocking, decor, all of that stuff. The reason why I put the decor in there, I didn't tell you that, but basically aggressive fish, you want to make sure that you have the sight breaks. So you put, a piece of stone in the way, and then, a fish could go around it. If they can't just look over and always see the other fish, it's helpful. It's beneficial when you have aggressive fish. So, and also the way I set it up in a circle. As you've seen, I had all the rock work around the plant, so it allowed the fish to do a constant circle around everything. So it doesn't feel like it's sectioned off over here, section over here, section over here, section over here. It just feels like they just keep on going endlessly, So those are just the little tips that I've learned, since I've been keeping these aggressive fish for the past over a decade. But I hope that you enjoyed the video. Hope that you learned something. Hope that you're inspired by something. If you're new here, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell. And everybody, do me a favor. If y'all like the video, like the video. I'm going to catch y'all in the next one. Peace. All right, y'all. So we almost at 20K. I appreciate you all. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, share the content, help us get to that 20K. Also, follow us over on TFC with me on TikTok and YouTube. That is our other channel, behind the scenes. You get to see all the behind the scenes content. Aida's in charge of that one. She's been doing a wonderful job getting ahead of me. So if you want to get ahead of me too, you got to follow over there. But again, I appreciate you all. Let's get to that 20K. Have a good one. Peace.